Miami Gardens, Florida, a vibrant and fast-paced city in the heart of South Florida, known for its lively community, beautiful neighborhoods, and strong local institutions. But on March 14, 2024, a shocking incident would turn the spotlight on the Miami Gardens Police Department, raising concerns about accountability and trust within the very force meant to protect the community. It started with a routine traffic stop, or at least that's what it seemed. The police officers on duty had no idea that the driver they were pulling over that night would be one of their own. Sergeant Andrea Smith, a 21-year veteran of the Miami Gardens Police Department, was behind the wheel. Sergeant Smith had built a reputation as a dedicated and experienced officer. Having worked her way up through the ranks, she was known for her commitment to public service and her role in various community outreach programs.
Stay in the back of the car, please.
But on that fateful night, it wasn't her dedication that would make headlines.
Hold on. Sarge, come out the car. Come out the car. Stay standing outside the car.
It was her behavior. As officers approached Smith's car, they noticed something was off. Her vehicle was swerving, moving erratically across the road. It became clear that she was struggling to maintain control. Immediately, suspicions grew, and the officers decided to conduct a DUI investigation.
See how you're driving?
I have a friend with me.
Hey, Gomez, you on? Give me a note.
Smith was asked to step out of her vehicle for a series of sobriety tests. She appeared disoriented, unsteady on her feet, and struggled with basic instructions. Her speech was slurred, and her eyes were bloodshot. But what followed next shocked everyone involved. Sergeant Smith, a law enforcement officer herself, was arrested for driving under the influence and reckless driving. In the blink of an eye, the woman who had once enforced the law found herself on the other side handcuffed and arrested by her own department.
You. Huh? Oh, hold on, I'll be back. All right, Smith,
So that means you was starting sobriety test, you started sobriety test because the sergeant told you not to?
yes, they advised me that Miramar is coming to take over.
Okay.
I mean, I started and now...
So in the middle of the sobriety test, it told you no, right?
Yeah, he told me to stop. My sergeant told me to stop. So.
Conflict of interest?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. He told me to stop, and I'm just advising you that Miramar is coming to take over.
Okay.
All right?
No problem.
All right.
It was a moment that stunned her colleagues and left many in the community questioning how something like this could happen. Sergeant Smith's arrest sparked a storm of questions. How could an officer, entrusted with the responsibility to protect and serve, fall so far from grace? What led to her decision to get behind the wheel in such a state? And what does this incident mean for the public's trust in law enforcement? When a police officer is arrested for something like DUI, it's not just a personal matter, it becomes a public issue.
Stay right here. Sarge, stay right here.
Smith. All right, gonna be before.
Officers are held to a higher standard. They are supposed to lead by example. This event shakes the public's trust, not just in that officer, but in the entire police force. The Miami Gardens Police Department quickly launched an internal investigation. Smith, who had served as a trusted leader within the department, was placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation. The police chief spoke out, expressing disappointment and reiterating the department's commitment to upholding the law, no matter who breaks it. Meanwhile, the local community was left shaken.
I got my number for you. My number?
For many, the idea that a police officer, let alone a sergeant, could be involved in such a situation was hard to believe. People began to ask, if an officer can lose control, What does that say about the rest of us? I've lived here my whole life, and it just feels like a betrayal. We trust these officers to keep us safe, and now we're finding out that one of them was endangering herself and others. It's hard to process. Back at the precinct, the arrest raised difficult questions about the department's internal culture.
So she refused everything? Okay.
I didn't ask for the drug test yet.
Okay.
But she's probably gonna refuse that.
Yeah, she refused.
How do you address one of your own when they fail to uphold the very laws they swore to protect? What steps should be taken to ensure that this doesn't happen again? Law enforcement is a tough job, but there's no excuse for breaking the law. If you're drinking and driving, you're putting people's lives at risk. Whether you're an officer or a civilian, the consequences should be the same. But the difference is, officers are supposed to be role models. They need to hold themselves to a higher standard. As news of Smith's arrest spread, the media coverage was intense. It was more than just a local story. It was a national one. Police misconduct, particularly involving officers arrested for DUI or similar offenses, has long been a topic of debate. And with this arrest, the focus was once again placed on the issue of accountability in law enforcement. This isn't just about one officer, it's about systemic issues within police departments. We need better oversight, more transparency, and stronger protocols to ensure that officers aren't above the law. This is a wake-up call. For some, the arrest of Sergeant Andrea Smith is a symbol of the flaws within law enforcement. For others, it's a reminder that even those in positions of power and trust are not immune to mistakes. But one thing is clear, this incident has opened up a larger conversation about accountability, responsibility, and the importance of trust in the police. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth looks into real-life stories and law enforcement issues.